All right. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, welcome. I am Kiwana Thomas, and I am delighted to be your guide today in our silent meditation. Um, so we're going to talk about today is when you know that you are built for greater, or you know that you are built for more, right? You know that either you are not in the position that you want to be in, and you know that there is greater around you or inside of you, and you're trying to determine and figure out, like, how do I become that? How do I reach that? How do I live the best life that I can live? Or how can I gain or be at my fullest potential? It's important to a lot of us to achieve that. I would say your first step is developing a practice on how you either sit with yourself, a practice on noticing yourself, kind of taking an awareness of where you are right now. You know, that may or may not be easy because that may bring up a lot of emotions that might feel good or might not feel good. But we have to do it nonetheless. We kind of take the moment to kind of assess where we are and where we want to go, right? Because I feel like we have all the answers on the inside of us, and because I feel like we came here with all the knowledge that we were going to need on how we're going to live our lives, it's important to note that all of the answers rest inside of us. So we have where we are now and where we want to be. And then we notice there's this gap in the middle. And that gap in the middle is not always short. It could be a pretty big gap. Or if you're just taking it in kind of like micro steps, then the gap may not be as big, but we still need to develop a practice on how to go inside to connect the dots to get to where we want to be. So let's take a little time and kind of spend a little bit of moments there. So, first of all, when we're looking at where we are now and we're assessing our feelings behind it, whether or not we're happy, whether or not we feel like we're in the best money position, or I want you to first just kind of take notice. And if you can do this without feeling an attachment, because your words change things, your thoughts change things, how your being changes things. So try to sit in just a moment of observation, observing how things are right now. And then if you don't go too far into the future, how would you feel if certain things were changed? How would you feel if you got that job you really wanted? How would you feel if you got that promotion that you're seeking? How would you feel if you went and took that class? Okay. I feel like that should be a short enough gap to find the answers to. And then, like I said, you develop a practice to going within yourself to learn how to get there. Now, a couple of things that I think are pretty, um, what's the word I want to use? A couple of things that are pretty commonplace when you're going within is, of course, don't, not jumping out of the bed every morning to go do, but practice giving yourself a little bit of time in the morning to notice how you feel. Just that small noticing of spending 5 minutes more in the bed, or 5 minutes just sitting there breathing and thanking, God, the divine, whomever you choose, for giving you another day. Just sitting in gratitude, that helps. It helps you because you start to notice yourself and how you feel. And maybe there's a song waiting for you, or maybe there is something dancing in your heart. Then you get up. Then you start to do, of course, your getting ready routine. But then when you find yourself in the car, maybe instead of putting on, I don't know, blasting your favorite songs, maybe you started off with like a podcast. Maybe you started off here in meditation with us. But putting the slight practice to shift the focus off the external and more on the internal is going to have you develop a trust to get you to the next step so that you can ultimately be where you desire to be. And you have to be careful during this time because sometimes you can be in a state of frustration. And when you start to pour, like when you start to write that, okay, here's how I feel, here's how I'm observing, what I would like to see better, but here's where I'm feeling my pain is. You're actually emptying a little bit of your frustration out, and that's going to feel good. It's important to not take that feeling of feeling good to stay where you are as a misconception that, oh, okay, I'm fine. And then you don't put in the practice. No, because that's just going to garner more frustration. But when you decide to write things down, an observation of what you see, please know that your practice must come. It must be next so that you are filling yourself from the inside, so that you are filling yourself with trust, so that you are filling yourself with peace, with joy, just by doing those things we mentioned. So that when that step comes around for you to take, you can take it with much more confidence. When that person comes around and gives you that word or tells you this is available, you are a little bit more open to receive the possibility of it actually happening. So, yes, we are all meant to be great. Yes, we all want to live a bountiful, extraordinary life. We only get one. Let's live it to the fullest. It's just going to require you paying attention to you. It's going to require you going inside for your own answers and understanding your life is not built to look like anyone else's, and that is okay. And as long as you are true to who you are, your happiness will follow, your peace will follow, your joy will follow, your happiness will follow. Great things follow you because you have honored your truth. And with that being said, I love you guys so big. We are jumping right into our breath work before we begin meditation. Breath work brings us to the present so we can notice all the abundance that is here. We can notice all of our help. We can notice, all right, we just completed this list and we're just going to lay it at the feet of our present moment and not worry about it. So, this is where the joy begins. So, we're going to begin our breath work where we inhale for 4 seconds. We hold at the top of that breath for 4 seconds, and then we exhale for 6 seconds. We do this about 5 times, and I keep the breath for you so that you can just breathe and remain in flow. So, let us begin. We're going to inhale 2, 3, 4, hold 2, 3, 4, exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale 2, 3, 4, hold 2, 3, 4, exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale 2, 3, 4, hold 2, 3, 4, exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale 2, 3, 4, hold 2, 3, 4, exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale 2, 3, 4, hold. 2, 3, 4, exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Great job. Return to your normal state of breathing. Whew. This is a great exercise to release your anxiety, to stop the autopilot thoughts, to really just take a minute to relax. You've interrupted your autopilot nervous system, and you are feeling your way into the present. This is where your divine timing becomes so necessary. It becomes acceptable. This is when you learn to release control. In the present is where your trust is built. In the present is where you feel you're most safe. As we begin to move, I want you to garner your intention for the day, and I want you to place it right here in the forefront of your mind, asking yourself, how do I want to feel? What do I want to notice just today? And once you have your intention, I want you to hold it and lay it at the feet of the present moment. For me, if you like to borrow my intention for today, my intention for today is to recognize joy. Recognize joy. I'm learning to be more creative and infuse more play into my life. So today I want to recognize joy. And we're going to lay that at the feet in our present moment. Learning that we don't have to control, we don't have to manipulate, we don't have to bargain, we don't have to schedule it in, but we are trusting that when our world wants to bring it, we will see it, we will notice it, and we will give thanks. Yeah. All right, and that's going to take us right into our silent meditation. Remember, when everything gets quiet, that's when the flood of thoughts come, and it's okay because our practice is just returning home. Returning home. Let the thoughts pass. Observe. Yep. This is a thought. This is a thought. Is this my thought? This is a thought. And you just return home. You just keep returning home. We use a mantra of a heartbeat because that's our effortless sound we don't have to work for. That sound works for us at all times. So we just repeat it to ourselves silently to hold our focus and to hold our intention. I'm going to go ahead and set the timer for 15 minutes. You can find a comfortable position. All positions are fine, whether you're laying down, whether you're sitting up, whether you are whatever in the car. It's perfectly fine. You're just going to repeat our mantra as you hold yourself in thought. I am with you, and I will return and bring you back after the 15 minutes. Bum, 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 bum. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Oh, this has been such an amazing meditation. I hope you are feeling more relaxed, more ready to set your day going, ready to get up and get moving. I'm sending you all the love today. I'm sending you all the divine sweetness that's going to appear in your day to bring you joy. I'm going to just take some time to let you know that you are special. You are indeed built for greater. You are indeed built to make impact in this world and in this life. I know it's true for you because I believe it for myself. And I know that you tuned into this channel because you feel the energy and the connection that is going on, that's wanting you to become your best self, to live your best life. And I'm here for that. So I cannot wait to see you here again tomorrow at 10 a.m. I look forward to hearing all the things that are going great in the chat. And if this is your first time meditating with us, please comment first timer in the chat so we can celebrate your journey. Before we release, the divine light in me honors, respects, and loves on the divine light in you. Have the most amazing day. Bye for now.